In today's video we're going to talk about 2 indoor tips that you can use that's going to help you improve your iron play in no time. So we're going to talk about a couple of issues I see in a regular occurrence, which is causing you to strike the ground before the golf ball. So the low point is before the ball. We add lots of loft, we create lots of backspin, turn a 7 iron into a 9 iron, an 8 iron into a pitching wedge. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 2 issues I see which is plaguing your ability to move your low point ahead of the golf ball, reduce the loft coming into impact, but also increase the ball speed. So there's 2 interactions you need to understand. It's the club's interaction with the golf ball and also the club's interaction with the ground. So issue number 1, we see it set up. A lot of golfers get the ball position too far forward in the stance. They create too much secondary tilt in the upper body, so the chest gets behind the golf ball. So if you think left shoulder's higher, right shoulder's lower, my weight sits into my right foot. So we're setting up as if we're hitting driver. Then as we come into impact, you start to see this left shoulder working up too quickly. Leading edge starts to rise, also in an attempt to try and help the golf ball up in the air. So that's issue number 1. Issue number 2, a lot of golfers have quite a weak grip, so left hand gets too much down the left hand side of the club, right hand kind of sits on top. Then as we swing the club back, club face gets extremely open. And as we get to top of the backswing, the club face still gets open. Then as we come back into the downswing, we have to create a series of compensations. Because the club face gets really open due to our weak grip at setup, then from there, as we start coming into impact, we're going to have to straighten that right arm too quickly. The club head hits the ground before the golf ball, so that right arm straightening too quickly, club head hits the ground before impact. And that is an attempt to try and close that club face. So if we get the club face open in the backswing, we have to compensate and do extra things coming into the downswing to try and close that club face coming into impact. So you really start to see that the grip end of the club slow down, club head start to release quicker, so the grip end of the club decelerates, the club head accelerates, and then from there we get a really weak impact position where the handle goes back, the club head goes forward, and in an attempt to try and really square up the club face. That does 2 things. It points the face left, gets this left wrist really cupped at impact, so instead of the knuckles being down towards the ground, the knuckles go up towards the sky. We add lots of loft. If you're this golfer, stage 1, we need to get the grip in a better position. So take your left hand grip. Instead of your left hand being down the left hand side of the grip, think about your left thumb just sits on top of the grip, and you're going to create no gap between your 4th finger and your left thumb. So we're going to create a little bit of tension between your left thumb and also your 4th finger, so there's no space. We're going to create as if this feeling as if we're tossing a coin. From there, that V should pretty much point to the middle of your chest, and then your right hand sits on top. So the right hand, we create a V. That does not point towards your left shoulder. That kind of points towards in between like right shoulder and right ear. So that's going to feel like right hand's a lot stronger. Then that's set up, we're going to get the ball more in the middle of the stance. So I'm going to feel it set up, my left shoulder's more over my left foot. I feel like I'm applying a little bit of pressure with my left knee into my left foot. Then as I swing the club back, many golfers who swing the club back, the knuckles of the left hand go up towards the sky. So really just make some swings, thinking about really getting that grip in a stronger position. As you swing the club back, feeling like the knuckles of your left hand point down towards the ground. That's just going to feel like your right hand's more on top of your left hand. If I start twisting the knuckles of my left wrist or left hand towards the sky, right hand gets underneath the golf club, and that feeling of the right palm going up towards the sky opens the club face. As you swing the club back, knuckles of your left hand are going to point down towards the ground. Then as we swing to the top of the backswing, I want to feel from there I've got a relatively flat left wrist. I don't want to go too cuppy with the knuckles of my left hand point back towards my body line. Thinking left-handed swings only, knuckles to tilt slightly down towards the ground. That's just going to allow the club face to gently start to close and take loft off the club face. A good thing is we're taking loft off the club face. That's a good thing, I think, instead of the club face being really close, so taking loft off the club face. Then as we get to the top of the backswing, your feeling is you're going to create a fist with your left hand. So that'll feel like the back of your left wrist points towards the sky or in a slightly flat position. Then as we come into impact, because we've got the loft in a better position at the top, then as we come into impact, we can then, instead of our right arm straight too quickly, the feeling as we come into impact is we're really going to try and get our right elbow to get to the middle of my body before my right wrist. So the right elbow's not pointing away from your right hip, where that causes the club head to accelerate. Make some swings, left hand behind your right elbow, and you're really trying to get right elbow to come in to the middle of your body before your right wrist. So that as you're feeling, really thinking about pressuring my weight more into my left side, so something to loft in the backswing. I'm going to get the club face a bit square at the top. Then as I come back into impact, because the club face is a little bit more square to closed, then I can really shift my pressure more into my left side. My right elbow is always going to lead my right wrist. So it's this feeling as I come into impact. My right knee is always working ahead of my right ankle. That's going to pressure my weight more into my left foot. I feel like my weight moves from the instep of my right foot into my left foot. So I'm going to allow right knee to move closer to left knee. That's going to enable me to pressure my weight more into my left side. And then my right elbow is always going to lead my right wrist. And then coming in impact, I'm going to retain the flex in my right arm for longer, so my right arm stays bent for longer. Then through impact, I'm going to feel that I'm applying a little bit of pressure from my right hand on the right hand side of the golf club. So I'm really feeling the right elbow comes in front of my right hip. Coming in impact, I'm going to retain the flex in my right arm for longer and really just trying to rotate my right palm down towards the ground for longer. So really applying a little bit of pressure, right hand on the right hand side of the golf club, right elbow is always going to lead my right wrist, and then through impact the right arm then starts to straighten after impact. So 2 drills, left hand behind your right elbow, rehearse the position, you're trying to keep right elbow moving into the middle of your body before your right wrist. Another drill you can work on, right hand on the club head. Really feel from there, I'm not letting the grip end of the club fall back towards my right hip. Really feel like the grip end of the golf club is working towards the target. So grip end of the club's working towards the target, right elbow always leads your right wrist. Keep the bend in the right arm for longer. And there's a couple of drills and feelings that's going to help you improve your impact position in no time. So think right elbow always leads your right wrist. I'm trying to rotate my right palm down towards the ground, and then from there I'm really trying to get my right knee to work ahead of my right ankle, move my weight into the left side, allow my chest to get ahead of the golf ball, allow me to hit the golf ball first and move my low point after impact. There's a few ideas that's going to help you improve your iron play in no time. If you've got any questions or any thoughts regarding that video, comment below with what you'd like to see on my channel in future weeks. Also like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to receive a free online swing analysis via the Skillness app, please feel free to follow me under Jamie Allen. Upload a video of your swing and I'll get back to you within 1 working day.